Hey there, so today we have another review and this is a really awesome one. First off, thank you so much to David from 14th Star for sending this one out. They're an awesome brewery in Vermont. So there's going to be a long story with this one, so if you want to just skip to the review, please go ahead. So the long story. Every year in Vermont they have a contest. It's called Make the Cut Homebrew Contest. So a bunch of homebrewers get together, they put a bunch of beers and then they're judged and then they cut and they finally cut to two finalists. And then these two finalists get to brew on the 14th Star pilot system, I believe. And then those beers, that bigger batch gets released again out in the wild. So now they have a beer festival up there. I actually was up there in Vermont while the beer festival was going on at 14th Star. Unfortunately, I couldn't drive all the way up north. I was doing a bachelor party, so I couldn't go all the way up to 14th Star to the brewery. David actually invited me. But actually, I was in Stowe, and at the Prohibition Pig there, the bar, you can actually try the two beers. So I tried the two beers side by side. Both really cool, and then you actually get a little piece of paper and you get to tick off which one you vote for, and obviously whichever one gets the most votes, they actually get to brew a bunch of it and then can it. So that's actually the beer that I have right here. The two different beers was one of them here, a New England style IPA, pretty basic, just FU hops and FU IPA. The other one was really interesting. It was a Catarina style sour. It's a Brazilian style, so it's like Catarina. I don't know. It's Portuguese. I thought I knew styles before. I was like, what the hell is a Catarina style sour? So it's pretty much a Brazilian style, so it makes sense that I might not know about it. It's very much like a Florida Weiss, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a slightly imperialized Berliner Weiss, but then with Florida, they have their fruits. In Brazil, they have their exotic fruits, so it's with a fruit addition. At the side-by-side, I personally prefer the Catarina style sour, so, but unfortunately, that didn't win, this one. And it was a great beer when I tried it before, but this was on a bigger scale. Now it's canned. So this is Make the Cut, Our Saving Grace, New England style IPA. So shout out to the two home brewers that won, which would be Brian and Greg. 7.3% IPA. Very excited. Wow. Thanks so much, David. It was really cool trying the small batch, and then now I get to try it in the can. Yeah, I mean, I guess I tried that, I want to say like 3-4 months ago. It's quite a while ago. So now it's in cans. Cool. Awesome. Super dope. Canned really recently, too. So this beer is stupid hazy. This beer comes in a straw to like gold color, ridiculous haze. Wonderful medium bubbled, fluffy white head on there. Let's get the aroma. Ooh, yeah. Oh, wow. Very ripe tropical fruit, passion fruit, but then there's this like little sweet, ripe durian note. Durian can be a little funky for some people. It is a funky fruit. It's very aromatic, very strong, pungent. But when you get really to the essence of it and you make something like ice cream out of durian and desserts and candy out of durian, durian's sweet and delicious and a really awesome tropical fruit. Go to seek it out. I recommend the candies first before you try to get the fruit. The fruit's a little tense. A little bit of slight peachiness, stone fruit. Quite aromatic, wow. Ripe mango, tropical, rich, drenching fruits for days. Cheers. So initially, this beer just reminds me of, I just like, it's about memories of beer. And when you get good at that, that's a nice thing to have on top of your head. Like, I've had a bunch of New England style IPAs, and where do I immediately jump to? For some reason, I immediately jump to with this beer somewhere around like, I'm thinking of Pilot Crowns from LIC Beer Project. I'm just thinking of one of those hoppy breweries. Yeah, I'm going to LIC. That's sort of what this sort of reminds me of. Beer reminds me of what I had at the Little Taster. This beer does have that drying astringency to it. It's a little bit intense. It's veering on like undrinkable. It's veering on. It's medium plus, not as bad as like super like drain pour bad, but it's there. So reminds me of the flavors I had up front. A little bit before, ripe melon, more a little bit of that tropical fruit. But bam, wow! As I'm talking, I'm like 30-40% through the palate. Boom! It hits out. It's very dry. It's almost like there's a minerality on this beer. Because it's just so freaking dry. The malt disappears very quickly. There's not too much fatness of the malt to supplement those tropical flavors from the hops. Has a tinge of this burn towards the back, not too intense. I would be scared to let this beer get way too warm because that astringency will get too resonatingly powerful. But it's nice, got a little bit more of that mango flavor, again, melon, slight peachiness, but it's just very much dominated a little bit too much by that dryness. I would have this cold, I would crush it, and then move on. Yeah, that's our rating. Let's go with an 85 on this, 86 on this one. Drink it fresh, drink it fast, drink it cold. And honestly, I sort of wish that Catarina style sour won, because that was a cool beer, and it would have been nice to expose a lot of people to international brewing styles, because I'd never heard of it before. So until next time, guys, cheers. Thank you so much, David. This was fun. Later.